Hey guys, Keenan here from the Box Office Fix, and I have the 2010 Oscar nominations. Well, there's 10 nominations for Best Picture this year, and they are Toy Story 3, Inception, True Grit, The Social Network, Black Swan, The Fighter, The King's Speech, The Kids Are Alright, 127 Hours, and Winter's Bone. And this is a pretty diverse list. The nominations that I'm actually happy to see on this list are True Grit, Inception, Toy Story 3, and 127 Hours. I actually think out of all the movies that are on this list, I think it's probably going to be most likely between The Fighter, The King's Speech, and The Social Network. I'd actually love to see Inception or Toy Story 3 win, but realistically I know the Academy just put that on the list to just please people, I guess. They're all good movies, and I'm hoping for Inception to win, but I'm predicting that The King's Speech, The Social Network, or The Fighter, one of those three is going to win Best Picture. Well, the nominations for Best Director this year are Tom Hooper for The King's Speech, David O. Russell for The Fighter, Darren Aronofsky, Black Swan, David Fincher, The Social Network, and Joel and Ethan Coen for True Grit. I'm actually really disappointed that Christoper Nolan is not on this list for Inception, but I can't complain about anything. Some of the nominees for Best Director are really good choices. I think that either Darren Aronofsky or David Fincher are going to win for Best Director. I'm hoping more for Darren Aronofsky because I actually enjoyed Black Swan more than I enjoyed The Social Network. So that's what I think is going to happen. Nominations for Best Actor this year are Colin Firth for The King's Speech, James Franco for 127 Hours, Javier Bardem for Beautiful, Jesse Eisenberg for The Social Network, and Jeff Bridges for True Grit. Well, personally, I think that Colin Firth is going to win for the King's Speech for Best Actor, but I'd actually love to see either Jesse Eisenberg win for Best Actor or Jeff Bridges for Best Actor, because I really like the roles in True Grit and The Social Network. That's who I'd like to win, but I think Colin Firth's going to win. The nominations for Best Actress are Natalie Portman for Black Swan, Annette Bening for The Kids Are Alright, Jennifer Lawrence for Winter's Bone, Michelle Williams for Blue Valentine, and Nicole Kidman for Rabbit Hole. For Best Actress, I really don't know who's going to win because I actually haven't seen half these movies on this list. But out of the movies I have seen on this list, I think that Natalie Portman should win for Black Swan because she did an amazing job in that role. The nominations for Best Score are How to Train Your Dragon, The King's Speech, 127 Hours, and Inception. I personally think Inception should win Best Score because Inception's score by Hans Zimmer was probably one of the best scores I've ever heard in my whole entire life. Hands down, that's why I think that Hans Zimmer should win Best Score for Inception. The nominations for Best Visual Effects are Alice in Wonderland, Iron Man 2, Inception, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, and Hereafter. I personally think that Inception or Iron Man 2 should win for Best Visual Effects because I think they were the best in those two movies. Sorry I didn't talk about all the nominations. I just talked about the main 4 nominations and the 2 I'm most interested in. I'm going to be putting a link in the down bar for the rest of the nominations if you want to see those. And also go check out my last 2 videos. It's the review of the MTV version of Skins, and the other video is my 10 favorite films of 2010. So Keenan here from the Box Office Fix, and I'll see you guys later. Directing, everything was amazing about it. It's probably one of my favorite zombie movies / a lot better. So this episode is basically about her struggles in her life.